Hello and welcome back. Well, it's now 3 weeks on and my artifact is finished. So now I'm just going to run through the storyboard which I've created, which just says what each page does and a picture of it, which isn't to scale. And then I will discuss how I went about it. So there was my storyboard. As you can see at the bottom, there was a description. Hopefully, I think you can see it on the video. I know I can, but whether you can, but it also will be sent with the hard copy, just in case. So now I'm going to talk about how I went about my artifact and what problems I came across. The theme of the Caribbean was chosen for this artifact as I had previously created a scheme of work for this topic and thought it would be a great opportunity to further the scheme of work by adding an ICT element to it. I was currently aware that it had a great link to the national curriculum, links to geography and music as previously been said. As we said previously on my initial design, it was decided that the colours would have a typical Caribbean theme, so the greens, reds and yellows. However, as mentioned when I looked at it, it actually wasn't very suitable for the age range that I chose. So then a different colour scheme was chosen off the colour wheel. When creating location 1 page, I did have a problem with the hover over on the bitmap image because the hover over, which was the text, had to be a certain size so it didn't overlap onto the other country, or else you'd be able to see it, which was a problem. So hence why I had to write at the bottom, map not accurate, because the aim was to find the Caribbean and it would have taken far too long to add every single country onto the map. On location 2, which was where the tile list, I had to put an extra stop in my action script because the flags in the tile list kept reloading over and over again. However, when I did put the extra stop in, it did stop it reloading. However, it stopped the palm tree from moving. So that was a sacrifice that had to take place. On location 3, which was where the hit test was, the drag and drop the flags was a big problem because for some reason it really didn't like me linking an external SWF file to that page or linking that page to another external page. So to get around it, all I had to do was put it all internally, and it worked fine. So then I decided, right, I'll add a back button in then, but that didn't work because again the problem of it just didn't like me adding that linking it to an external file. So I just had to decide that a back button was just going to have to be left out. If I did have more time, I would go try find a way to figure that out. On my music page, when I added all the different songs on, when you loaded it, they all started playing at the same time, so I needed to make sure that it was up to the user to press play when they were ready. This just meant that the autoplay in the component window needed changing to false, so that when it opened it didn't automatically play. On the school page, I've noticed on some computers that I've tried it on, the maze can be a bit unresponsive sometimes. It does work eventually, but it's a bit slow on the uptake. I know on my computer it's fine, but then in university when I've been to try it, it's been quite slow. Also on the school page, School 1, I think it is, where there's a print button where the user can write a letter to the Caribbean boy. It took a while to find the ActionScript code to be able to print. On first look of research, that it came across that there was no way to print from Flash, but then by not giving up and looking further, I did actually find that there was a way of just printing the layer. Other people had suggested just printing a certain layer, but I found that it was the only thing that worked was to print the whole page, which worked fine because you can still see what the user has wrote. On the climate page, because it's all linked externally, the climate page, when you press the video to play, and if you go off the page, say if you go to the home page, you can still hear the music playing in the background. So all I had to do with that was stop the video so in the ActionScript for when the button is clicked, I had to say when the button is clicked to go to, for example, the home page, and the climate video, which was called just Climate, would stop. And again, anywhere where I had my palm tree and ActionScript where I needed a stop, the stop and the palm tree, just the two wouldn't go together. Like I said previously, if I did have the time, I would have found a way to solve it, but there just wasn't enough time in the time limit that was set. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my video blogs. Put quite a lot of effort into it, and all my designs as well, all the colouring in, and I will send a copy with the hard copy of these video blogs on a CD. And thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.